Hey you guys, it's Cami here. I am here to give you some advice and some tips on what to expect when it comes to Essence Fest 2019. I went last year and it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. There will be a part 2 of this video, so be sure to check that out after you're finished with this one. Also, like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. So let's get into the video. We're gonna start off with the daily expos that are held at the convention center. These are conferences and expos. Now this is from Friday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I'm just gonna read off what they had last year. I'm not really sure if it's similar to the expos and conferences that they had in previous years, but as of 2018, this is what they had. Conference and expo tracks, which included technology, entrepreneurship and career, wealth, beauty and style, entertainment, food, shopping, community and culture, and wellness and spirituality. The Essence Fest app will be your best friend. You will have all the activities listed for the daily expos, and you will have every person performing in the times for the concerts. You can go in and pick what you would like to attend, and it makes like a personal agenda for you, so that when you go back, you're like, okay, well, today's Saturday. I already said I wanted to go to the empowerment stage to see Oprah talk. So that's at 10:30. And then you can just pick and choose what you want to go to. The personal agenda kind of helps you keep track of everything so that you're not going in scrolling through. Because when I tell you how the agenda is set, the agenda looks like this. 9 o'clock, there's something. 9:15, there's something. 9:45, there's something. 10 o'clock, there's something. There's always something going on. And these events are not 15 minutes. These are drawn out events, that are full of info, full of tips, full of gems, everything. So if you can get your Essence Fest app together, sis, you gonna be good to go. This is the fabulous Essence Fest app that we were blessed with last year. When you log in, you will be given a unique barcode to get into the convention center. From there, you can look at everything that's being held that day, what's scheduled. You can also look at concerts at the Superdome that night, who's lining up for the main stage, and also the super lounges. Here they give you a map of the convention center and the Superdome, which can help you get around, and it kind of gives you a feel of how everything is laid out so that you're not wandering around lost. So I also wanted to show you guys the map of the Superdome, which is super clutch. As you can see, Essence gives you all the resources needed to have a successful Essence Fest weekend. The event is free, but you have opportunities to support small or big businesses while you're there. So there is a marketplace where you have different designers, different, hair brands, different makeup brands that are there to sell their products. You can purchase their products, whether it be with cash or card. I'm not really sure how people do it nowadays, but when I purchased some hair products last year, I actually purchased with my card through their website, and I was able to get my products right there. They also have Essence Eats, which is super, super dope. I like to think of it as a food truck concept, but they have a lot of different businesses set up, cooking food on the spot, and it's just a place to eat. So with the daily expos, you can be there seriously from 10 a.m. to 6 because you have your entertainment, you have, your marketplace, you have a place to grab lunch, you have a place, you have a place to use the restroom if you need to. There is so much happening in one area that if you wanted to stay there all day before you head over to the Superdome for the concerts, you could. Now we're gonna get into the concert. Concerts usually start 6, 7 o'clock, and you can just head over to the Superdome. I'm unsure of how close the Superdome and the convention center are when it comes to walking, but if you were to Uber, you can get there pretty quickly. When we got our tickets, we purchased our tickets in February, and at the time, they were $189. With tax, they were $234. I know that when I started looking at ticket prices for Essence Fest in the beginning of January, tickets were $149. So as time went on and as the weeks went by, the ticket prices are going to go up. We had the nosebleeds, the 600 section. I was okay with it, only because that was my very first time attending Essence Fest and I didn't really want to go all out just yet. But let's scratch that. When I go again, I will be getting floor seats. People on the floor just seemed like they were having a good time. They were bus stopping, they were wobbling. Everybody was having a good time, but sitting in a section with everybody so close to you and having stairs, you just can't get down like you want to. Purchased the 3-day pass, which included Friday through Sunday, and it also included the super lounges. I'll get into that a little later. Or you have the option of purchasing individual tickets. There are some people who don't want to go to all 3 shows, and Essence gives you that option to pick and choose what you want to, what you want to pay for. 3-day passes went on sale around January, I believe, and then the individual tickets went on sale around May or June. It might be earlier, don't quote me, but they went on a little closer to when the weekend was coming up. I'm about to drop a gem for y'all. So if you're planning a girls trip and let's just say one of the girls pulls out, you're stuck with tickets that you're not going to use. I discovered StubHub website that, where people can buy or sell tickets for different events. StubHub is also great if last minute you realize that you want to go to Essence Fest and someone is probably selling tickets that they no longer need, and you can grab those tickets quickly and be able to attend Essence Fest. So with StubHub, I had 6 tickets to sell. I started selling on a Friday. All of the tickets were out of my hands by Monday morning. I had 2 3-day passes. So some people bought 2 of the nights. Some people bought 1, which helped me out because I was able to get rid of those tickets quick, fast, and in a hurry before I was able to travel down to Essence Fest. So StubHub is great if you want to buy last minute tickets, or if you just want to get rid of some tickets because somebody pulled out or something else came up. The concert is set up in 5 parts, I would like to say, within the Superdome. You have your main stage and you also have 4 super lounges. Your super lounges, based on last year's concert, were Hot Right Now Super Lounge, For the Love of R&B Super Lounge, Good Vibes Super Lounge, Festival Fusion Super Lounge. And this was dope because you have 5 different concerts going on at the same time. So within your app that you're going to download, because it's going to help you out for the weekend, within your app, it's going to give you everybody who's performing, what time they're performing, everything. So from there, you can, pick and choose what you want to attend so that you're not rushing around last minute like, oh, where is Lloyd? Where is her? With your app, you'll be able to find all that information out before you even get there. Now, I will say with the super lounges, it's standing room only.
Standing room only.
Her was in the Hot Right Now Super Lounge, but I knew that Lloyd was performing before her, right? So what I did was she was performing at like 7:30. Lloyd was on at 6:15, and I got to the Super Lounge at 5 o'clock. There was no one there. I was able to sit on the floor, get close to the barricade, and just wait.
It's how you feel. Really good, feeling great. Feeling great, feeling good. How are you feeling? Let's go. She's a motherfucking get it, girl. Quick style, I'm the nigga. didn't know how to play the game. Could've screamed at you for hours. Instead I was screaming somebody else's name. Now I know. Now I can do whatever I want. I can never lose. And so it's funny how you thought you
Sunday, Essence put this page out in this issue. So you'll see that, I don't know if it's backwards, but you'll see that you have the different super lounges and you have the artists within those super lounges. So I ripped out the page, each page, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I put them in a cute little picture frame so that every day when we woke up, we can look at it and say, ooh, Daniel Caesar is performing tonight. I just had it, you know, a really cute setup so that people can just have access to what was going on that weekend without having to pull out the phone or pull out the magazine. And we were just trying to be prepared. I'll just give you a little spiel on what me and my friends did when we went to New Orleans. So we decided to drive from Atlanta to New Orleans, which is a 6-hour drive. We got an Airbnb on Magazine Street. I believe in my next video, I'm going to show you guys how I went about picking my Airbnb. So that'll be in part 2. We did Airbnb, and our Airbnb was 2 bedrooms with 3 beds, which was perfect because it was 4 of us. And the location was great. We were in the middle of the convention center and the Superdome. So all we had to do was catch an Uber, hit Magazine Street, and either go left or right. As I remember. So we did that. We left on a Friday. And when we got there on Friday, we stopped at Weedet's food truck. Been wanting to go there for years. Shout out to Weedet's food truck because y'all really hooked us up. This is a side note. And don't get on me. If you put mustard on your seafood, like me, I'm a Southern girl, so I like to put mustard and hot sauce on my seafood. If you like to do that, please take your own mustard because they do not have any mustard. I went to Weedet's, they didn't have mustard. I went to the place down the street, they didn't have mustard. I went to Subway, they wouldn't give me no mustard. So bring your own mustard if you like putting mustard on your seafood. But that's besides the point, so we get back on track. We got there, we had to park the car. I was told that the main street parking you had to pay for, but if you parked on the side streets, they were free. Now, I don't know if the rules have changed over the year, but please check out the City of New Orleans website to read their parking and regulations guide because I'm not here to get y'all booted, ticketed, or towed. So what we did was we parked on the side of the street. During business hours, they have zone parking. They don't have meters. So in this case, you would have to download the app, which is super, super helpful if you're just going into town to go grab something to eat and you have to park. The app is called Park Mobile. This is how you're gonna pay your meter for parking. All you do is register the vehicle, put your card in, and then whenever you are in a zone, it'll pick up your location and it'll figure out what zone you're in, or you can type in whatever zone you're in, and then you can pay for parking. But once we parked, we didn't have to move our car. We didn't move our car again until Monday morning when it was time to go. So Lyft was our best friend. Shout out to Lyft, and shout out to Randy. He was the dopest Lyft driver I've ever met. He had lights, he had snacks, he had Capri Suns. Shout out to Randy. Lyft, give this man a promotion because he was super, super dope. We drove with Lyft the whole weekend. I would recommend that everybody you're going with download Lyft and download Uber. Lyft was priced a little better most of the time we were there. And the most we paid for a Lyft that whole weekend, I paid for, it was like $21. And that's because it was 12 o'clock in the morning. Before the weekend really pops off and before it really starts, go to the store and get some snacks. Get you some cereal, some Eggo waffles, something. If you're hungry, you don't have to go to a restaurant because the waits are gonna be long. You don't have to go to a fast food because then you have to either Uber or Lyft there, or you gotta get the car out. Have some snacks in your Airbnb so that even when you just, heading out to go to lunch or coming back from the expos, you can have something to snack on without having to stop to the store every single time. We ended up getting our snacks in Atlanta so that we did not have to go to the store in New Orleans. Get your snacks, get your drinks, all that if you can prior to getting to New Orleans, because it'll save you some time and it'll save you the hassle of trying to get through and maneuver through traffic, because hey, it's going to be a busy city. Also consider thinking about doing activities outside of Essence Fest. I did some searching and I came across the best darn day party ever, hosted by Manny Fresh. I love Manny. That's cousin. The tickets were $20 general admission, or you can buy a section for $130. When I go to a party, I don't want to stand up the whole time. I want to be able to sit down and rest my feet. So in my mind, I was like, oh, that'd be dope. So it was a section for 6 people, but it was 4 of us. Okay, cool. We just split the price by 4. It gave us the option to upgrade to VIP later down the line when time, when the Essence Fest weekend was rolling up. My understanding, the VIP through the House of Blues was like in a room and you got like your own little section and you're not in the party. And that just kind of takes the fun out of everything. Like, if you're gonna go to a party, you need to be where all the hype is. We get to the day party and we arrive to House of Blues and they're like, can we have your ticket? So I showed them, told them my name, and they're like, okay, cool. Come on, Miss Griffin. Y'all welcome to our section. Okay, cool. So then we get to the section, y'all. There are couches, there are tables, and on the right of me, there was another party of 6, and on the left of me, there was another party of 6. It was just all women, except for my homeboy Corey. He was there too, but he really got the party lit. So we all had there were 3 sections within the upper level. So if you've never been to the House of Blues, there's a lower level where the stage was, and the general admission was at the bottom. And then at the top, you had the sections. I think there were 3 on my side and there were 3 on another side. And then in the middle, there was a bar. We had a section / table. We had our own waitress. So whenever we wanted to order drinks, whenever we wanted to order food, we didn't even have to go to the bar. It's almost like we got first priority because my homegirl Brittany or Sequoia ordered chicken fingers, and I turned around and I was like, well, when did you get chicken fingers? Like, they came super quick. So whatever we ordered got there really, 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 really fast. And then even though there was 4 of us, I didn't have to register anybody. All I had to do was pay that one time. I paid like $130, and then it was 4 of us, but we added Corey. It was 5, so none of them had to register. All you just had to do was show up and just show them that you paid for the ticket, and we got in. When I tell y'all that party was so lit, I broke my shoe. I had the time of my life. We missed Daniel Caesar. We miss Ella May. Did his thing. You hear me? All right, now that this video is over, you can head over to part 2 or give you guys some advice and just some tips on really how to survive Essence Fest. So I'll see y'all there.